That is correct, folks. You did hear right. Another Sonic hacking contest has come and gone, so here I am again to shout my horrible opinions at you. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Hello everybody, I'm Garrulous64, and I believe our first game of the day does not need an introduction. I've talked about how much I hate this game over and over again, a million times, a million different ways, and today I'm just sick of it. I've decided that I'm gonna be nice, because there's finally a reason to actually own this thing. Or I guess that would be two reasons, because Sonic Forces Overclocked and Sonic Forces Reimagined are both a part of the hacking contest this year. You know what's cool? Stages that actually have some player involvement and, you know, substance. Like, it's just cool when they last more than 45 seconds, you know? Sonic Forces Overclocked is basically a fan-made sequel to Sonic Forces, where Infinite is back, and he is pissed, dude. I mean, just look at those new cutscenes that they put in the game. He is looking really angry, and what's that? There are other characters other than Sonic doing things and not just sitting back and letting people take over the world? That's incredible. What is this? Every pre-2008 Sonic game? Next thing you'll be telling me is that these characters will be playable someday again. Like that would ever happen. Sprite Frenzy is this mod's version of Spaceport, meaning it is an avatar stage, but unlike the original, it has so much more freedom involved. Depending on what Wispawn you choose before you start the level, you can find a variety of different routes that even involve some things from the past, like the Drill Wisp tunnels from Sonic Colors. And later on in the stage, if you choose one of the alternate rails, you might find yourself on a different pathway, and I'm standing here explaining to you things that are very standard Sonic fare, but if you look at the original Sonic Forces, most of the stuff just isn't there. So, like, you know, that's kind of sad. Remember like 2 minutes ago when I said I was gonna be nice? This is nice. I am being nice by comparison to some previous things I've said. And the cherry on top for this one, as if the amazing level design hasn't convinced you to play it already, once you complete the stage, you unlock a whole bunch of new character customization options for the avatar. Look, there's even a little G64 hat that you can put on your character, and it's just like, oh man, I've been immortalized forever in an improved version of one of the most mediocre Sonic games of all time. What a legacy. Seriously though, Duck Dealer, thank you so much for that. It really means a lot to just even see that in a game. It's very, very flattering. Forces Reimagined is yet another project that is lengthening this ghastly thing that I said I was going to be nice to earlier. There are currently 2 stages in this demo. There is one tag team stage, there is one modern Sonic stage, and instead of being really short, boring romps through areas that could have been interesting, now they're just actually really cool and well done and actually fun. Like, you ever, like, beat a stage and you're like, wow, that felt so good to finish? But in Sonic Forces, like, you hold down the X button and press the A button every so often, and you're just like,
alright, on to the next stage. Maybe I'll get to press the B button once.
Well, in Forces Reimagined, you will press the B button sometimes if you want to be cool. But other than that, there are plenty of things in this that actually make it a lot more fun than the original, and I will list them off right now. I think out of both of these things, it's really hard to choose which one I like more, but the tag team stage is really interesting, because Arsenal Pyramid starts with you running up to the pyramid, and Tails goes like, hey, you gotta break that pyramid. And Sonic's like, alright, we're gonna break that pyramid. But in this one, you actually start way, way farther away from the pyramid in Green Hill Zone, because remember, this is a Green Hill Zone location. So you're running through this entire segment that looks like it could have been in the original game to begin with, and it makes use of all of these different things, like the drift thing the Avatar can do, and you homing attack across these cool pillars, and it looks like it's using things from Green Hill Zone, so it's like immediate points for that. Then finally you make it to the pyramid, but you know, you've learned at this point that maybe the real pyramid is the friends that you've made along the way. So like, you know, if you've already spent 2 minutes outside the pyramid and you spend like another 40 seconds in there, it's like, okay, you know what, I'm satisfied. Now the other stage, Sunset Heights, is very similar to the original, you might think. There's no like extra stuff at the beginning very much, it's just like a little bit of improvements here and there. And then, remember last year in the Sonic Hacking Contest where someone had made an actual chaos boss fight for this game? I was kind of hoping the same would be done for Shadow. And in this project, at the end of Sunset Heights, Shadow shows up and he starts bullying Sonic like Wile E. Coyote does the Roadrunner, and it's like, dang dude, this is really all they needed. They just needed some quick time events, they needed like a little bit of extra stuff here, and now Sunset Heights goes from being a really boring stage that has really good music to being a really cool stage that still has good music. Sure, maybe the rail grinding can get a little bit tedious after a little bit, but I still think it's pretty fun because you gotta bounce back and forth pretty often or else you get hit by like planes dropping bombs on you, or Shadow throwing his mixtapes at you. He's got some kind of power. I don't know if it's mixtapes or chaos energy. There, whatever. But anyway, that's enough about Forces. I would say still don't buy the game at full price if you can help it. If you can find it on PC for like 15 bucks max. I'd say it's really worth it for the base game. Other than that, look forward to a sale, I guess. I guess the theme of today is kind of remakes, because the next thing we're looking at is a Sonic Mania mod, and that's something I have never, ever covered on this channel. Isn't that insane? Like, I've been doing this for so long. Today we're looking at Sonic 2 Mania, which, if you go by the name, you might realize that this is Sonic the Hedgehog 2, one of the coolest Sonic games of all time, put into Sonic Mania, which is another one of the coolest Sonic games of all time. Like, why would you do something so controversial yet so brave? I mean, you're putting a good game into another good game? I mean, usually people are putting the bad games into the good games, but I guess we'll get to that in a little bit. Look at your favorite Sonic 2 levels, everybody. They're in Sonic Mania now. I mean, it's been so long since I've played Chemical Plant in Sonic Mania. Wow. It's different, I swear. I trust the team who made this with my life. Also, I was looking at the level select and I couldn't help but notice this level, Secret Wood Zone, and I'm not really sure what that is. Like, I think it's the place where Winnie the Pooh lives or something. Oh no, it's that scrap level from Sonic 2, it's Wood Zone. Yes, not only are they remaking Sonic 2, all the levels you know and love in Sonic Mania, they're also taking those scrapped concepts and making them into full-length levels with their own music and gimmicks. Man, I cannot wait to select Genocide City Zone in Sonic Mania. Oh man, what a spicy name for a Sonic level. I mean, the only genocide I can think of in terms of Sonic is the genocide of my brain cells over the last 10 years. Alright, I know that was a pretty quick look at Mania, but I mean, what can I say about Sonic 2 that I haven't already said in the previous Sonic 2 video that you can watch by clicking up there? But now we're gonna look at two mods for one of the games that I respect almost as much as Sonic Mania, Sonic Generations. And I think it'll only be fair to start with the mod that provided me the least emotional damage, and that would be Shivery Mountainside. But Garrulus, I thought you said remakes were the topic of today. Well, I lie a lot, so don't worry about that. This is a completely original level for Sonic Generations, and the most important thing here, it's entirely 3D. I know, that's really, really shocking when it comes to modern Sonic, right? Because they're always shoving in unnecessary 2D sections. But man, this shows that you can do completely 3D modern Sonic, and it works really well. You look at this, you start off in this nice little cozy cabin area, and then you snowboard down a mountain and get into this whole crazy ski lodge place with giant spikes all over the place. Like, it's really dangerous for the regular guests, I assume. But what I love most about this is that it makes use of so many of Sonic's abilities that it actually feels like it could have been in an actual Sonic game. If you've never played Sonic Generations before, which I assume some of you haven't, this might actually be a pretty difficult stage because I think it actually rises above the difficulty of the original game quite a bit. And I think most importantly, there are very little places in the stage where the game is willing to hold your hand. So like, you could mess up like one or two inputs and you're skewered. You're a hedgehog kebab. This is wonderful, and it is completely brilliant, and I really love this. And before all you guys in the comments start with your Sega hire this man shtick, I just want to say this level took them 10 months to finish. So that is very not feasible for like, you know, like an actual game company working on a game to spend 10 months on one level, I don't think. But the point is, I want to commend all of the people that work on these mods. Anything we've seen today or ever on this channel, and the last thing we'll see today. Because people will just work on these for ludicrous amounts of time just to make something so incredible and cozy like this. And for that, just thank you so much. I really enjoy playing these things, and I'm sure everyone down there in the comments does as well. And let's be honest, if they were working for Sega, they probably wouldn't have a whole lot of time left over to, let's say, port the entirety of Sonic 06 into Sonic Generations with accurate physics and abilities. What do you mean, why would anyone want that? Why wouldn't you want that? Returning yet again, it is Sonic 06 Project, not to be confused with Project 06, which is the standalone PC fan game that's also fixing the game. This is a mod for Sonic Generations that is turning it into a monster. Like, I was in disbelief when I saw this for the first time on my stream. It plays so similarly to the original that, like, there must have been some kind of dark magic used in this project. By dark magic, I mean the power of code injection, which I'm not going to pretend I know what that is, but it apparently means that you can make Sonic do a whole lot of different stuff, and like, he doesn't even have a boost button anymore. In the usual spot at least, you hold the R button, sort of like using the gems in Sonic 06. Now this was really hard for me to play, because I still technically had Generations muscle memory loaded into my brain, so I found myself dying a lot all over the levels because of like, you know, oh, I would forget that the boost button was over on the right trigger sometimes, or it might have something to do with the fact that the boost runs out a little bit too quick here, or that the enemies are way too smart. After a little while though, my tiny little smooth monkey brain definitely adjusted to the new controls, and it was basically like playing 06 with a more stable frame rate, higher resolution, and it plays a decent bit better, honestly, than the original, because it's not completely incompetent. That must be why people take bad game and put it inside good game, so bad game can become gooder like good game. Not all the stages have been ported into the game yet, but there are 5 whole levels free to play, and you can run all around the hub world to your heart's content, so isn't that just dandy? Also very happy to mention that the box glitch from Sonico 6 also makes an appearance here, so like literally, why would you ever play this version ever again? I am literally snapping this in half as we speak.
Hey.
Yeah, I wore the Vine Salt shirt today because I have a never-ending supply of salt for the original games that I talked about today. But look at that, you made it to the end of the video! Thanks so much for watching the whole thing. If you made it this far, please let me know down in the comments, and, you know, you'll be part of the secret club, which is, you know, only for those people who make it to this point by watching the whole video. But anyway, if you like this video and you haven't already, please make sure you subscribe, click the bell, follow my Twitter, and join the Discord to keep up with more Sonic and other things that aren't Sonic, because I do a lot of things, and I do have more coming. Without further ado, I'd also like to give a huge thank you to my current supporters, who are Francis Engam, Brady Hilkemeyer, Mailman019, Kaido the Samurai, Danny Lee Dauber, Mike TGC, Chaotic Mercenary, T-Bone APH, Dax, The 7 Superstars, Crystal, Tylo Tech Guy, PM13, Chaos, Jeremy, Dork in a Hat, Mega Traffic Cone, and on Patreon, Noah Wisbios, T-Bone APH, and John the Real Wawaluigi. Thank you all for being a supporter of the channel, and thank you all so much to the $1 tiers as well, because even $1 helps and gets you access to things like the special Discord channel, which I guess is also a secret club, where I talk about things and we just kind of have a good time. I provide updates, sometimes there are clips and pictures shown off and behind-the-scenes stuff. It's really fun. But if you want to become a supporter yourself, you can check out the card up there, or check out the join button beneath the video, and we will see you on Discord. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.